everybody, welcome to Affirm Your Week with Yise. So this week I have got a special, have you ever heard of that type of thing? Special week. This is a special week. I am going to be posting daily videos. Just how cool is that? I'm excited. I am on leave and I have made a promise to myself that I will share with you daily videos because I want us to unpack a bit more the affirmation for the week. Our affirmation, God is my source. To get us started, I want to share with you something that happened in 2013 and I got the revelation of it in 2019. So in 2013, I was preparing to go to school. At the time, I was staying at home. My pastor at the time was struggling with his car. His car had serious challenges. I think it was overheating or something, because every after church I would see him pouring water, opening the front and the bonnet and pouring water and trying to get it sorted. And it always sort of bothered me a bit, and I wanted to help, but at the time I thought I couldn't. So because God knew that I wanted to help, and he was preparing me for more because he saw that hunger, right? And then as I was at some point, the car just got a total breakdown. He had no means to come to Egutseni. He lived in Manzini. So I would fetch him every Sunday from Manzini to Gutseni to come and minister. And then what actually happened is that as I was preparing to go to school, God said to me, you need to give away your car. You need to give your car to your pastor. I was like, you don't do that, God. I am leaving. My dad is sickly. My mom, nobody has a car at home. I was the one that had a car, and as I was going to be away for 2 years, I would definitely think that my parents needed the car to go to hospital, to get groceries and whatever else they needed, while I was away. And of course, I was reasoning from a perspective of my very limited mind, which thought that, my job and whatever means I had at the time were the source of my livelihood, were the source of my wealth. So today I'm talking about God as the source of our wealth, and source of our income, whatever you want to call it. Wealth is broader than income anyway. But anyway, I could not come to terms with giving the car. And the most bizarre thing is that I actually thought that, it was going to look like a show off, at Zeni, and this girl, this is her only car and she's giving it to the pastor. To me, it just felt like it's a show off. And again, that's a sign of our limited negative perspectives that we hold. We see people offering and we think they are showing off. That's what I actually believed at the time. So then spoke to my mom, asked for advice. She obviously saw it also from a reasoning human mind perspective, to say, Sissy, we will need the car, And then I approached my boyfriend and I said, hey, God said this to me. I could tell that he was also taken aback, and he's like, you're going to be away for 2 years. Your parents are sickly, they need the car. Everybody just sort of was saying what, at least affirming what I already was believing, right? And then what actually happened is I decided not to give away the car, left for school sometime in June. I was going to come back in November. Lo and behold, before November, my brother calls me and tells me that my car is overheating. And I was like, oh, hell no, that car is less than 5 years. There's no way that my car could overheat. It was. And unfortunately, he had not told me that, he got into an accident and he was at fault. And my car was like seriously damaged. Got back, tried to fix it. I spent a lot of money, over 50 grand. Could not sort my car. Tried to find an engine. When I wanted to buy it in Johannesburg, someone would have bought it. Looked in Durban, someone would buy it just before I wanted to get it. It was such a roller coaster. And it was emotionally draining and financially draining, and I was really getting depressed. And then I decided to give the car away, give it to my brother, just have no car. Didn't have a car until this year, my own car, since 2015, 17, whenever. And then what actually happened is sometime in 2018, I was in the kitchen baking. It's 2019 actually. I was in the kitchen baking, having my moment with God, having a nice internal conversation. And then God said to me, hey, remember in 2013 when I said, give away your car? And I said, yeah. And he said, and you didn't. And I said, yeah. And he said, and do you notice that you never had the car ever again after I said you must give it away? And I said, oh, hang on. Yeah, he said, yeah. You never had it ever again because in my world, in God's world, it was not yours anymore. You needed to let go to allow other things to come into your life. So I was hanging on to that car because I thought it was the source of my comfort, bringing ease to my family to do certain things. I thought it was, I held this resource as a source. And yet the source had spoken, had said, let go. And I often say to myself, I wonder what God would have given me, at the time if I had listened. But now I know, all of that happened for me to learn. We need to acknowledge that God is our source. Sometimes we hang on to certain things. God is asking us to plant seeds in certain spaces. God is asking us to support certain people. God is asking us to invest in our own selves through this platform. Focusing on yourself, making sure that you are in a good position, internally. Because feeling good is a God feeling. Happiness is a God frequency. Joy is a God frequency. Peace. So if you make those deliberate intentions to feel good, you are aligning yourself with God. God is our source. If you want to get things done, things to flow into your life, make sure that you acknowledge the source. Don't hang on to resources. Don't hang on to resources. Don't do what Elise did. Let go. Allow God to use you. Flow with the frequency of God. When he says do. He is the source. He already knows where the treasures are and is already picking them for you. So this week, today actually, I'm used to weekly affirmations. Today, I am saying to you, let us acknowledge God as our sources, as our source of income, our source of wealth. God is our source of wealth. Enjoy your day.